One headline last week warned that YouTube will stop monetizing AI-generated videos. Meanwhile, YouTube's own team is telling creators that AI content is fine as long as it's authentic. Are you confused yet? You're not alone. In a span of a few days, YouTube has sparked an uproar with an AI-related policy update while also rolling out new AI tools for creators. In this video, I'm going to clear up the controversy for you. Is YouTube cracking down on AI or is it embracing AI? The answer, spoiler alert, is a little bit of both. But it all comes down to how you use AI on the platform. So you're going to want to know exactly how to use it so you don't get your videos or even your channel taken down. Let me know what you think in the comments and let's get started. I'm also going to show you 3 amazing tools that you can use that are AI tools that so far are okay to use on YouTube. And I'm going to show you how to use them effectively to have an incredible channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Arlan. I have gained 150,000 plus subscribers in just the last 12 months alone, 5 million views. And I do it like I'm doing right now by just talking to you on Zoom and then uploading that. And I made, I think, $82,000 with AdSense alone just by uploading my videos in the last 12 months. And I've also made hundreds of thousands of dollars in the last few weeks just by having a YouTube channel and using it really effectively. So I want to teach you about that. I teach you about YouTube, memberships, AI, different ways you can make money. So hopefully this video will help you too. So YouTube has announced, this is really important, that effective July 15th, 2025, its monetization policies are changing and it's targeting what it's calling inauthentic content. Now, the word changing is interesting because YouTube also says this has always been the way. So let me tell you the breakdown. This is going to get a little granular for you. Okay, so according to YouTube, this is not a brand new rule, but it's a clarification of the long-standing requirement that videos must be original and authentic. Think about what those 2 words mean to you. Original and authentic. Write in the comments the word original if you're with me. In practice, the policy is meant to better identify and demonetize content, meaning take away the money-making ability of content that is mass-produced, repetitive, or misleading. And we all benefit from that, in my opinion. I'm going to tell you my opinion. We benefit from that. We don't want to just get on here and see a bunch of AI slop, is what it's called. It's like just like thousands of videos that were just mass produced so somebody somewhere could make a bunch of money off of us. We want it to actually be content that we care about and content that's helpful to us. And we want to produce that type of content too. That's how you have long-standing success. But unfortunately, there's been a flood on the platform of YouTube of AI slop. So that's what they're addressing. So here is what will not work under the new guidelines. Pay attention. Mass produced a ton of videos with low value with minimal human input. So auto-generated clips that are spammed in bulk. And people are doing that because they're doing it. It was making money for them at one point, at least a little bit of money. And then somebody saw it and made a video about how to do it. So thousands of people started doing it. So you can see the problem there. Another thing that will not fly is repetitive AI narrations or slideshows. So like an hour-long video that just repeats itself every couple of minutes just for the minutes and hoping that people will watch and they'll get a lot of views on that. That's recycling the same stories or the same footage without a unique commentary to it. So again, it's very specific. If you're scared that you're going to get demonetized, just don't do this stuff. Just don't do what I'm describing. Another thing is AI generated voiceovers or visuals that mimic a real person or event that is not you and without disclosure, creating the illusion of real footage when it's not. So said another way, you create something about a celebrity or you make some type of news that's been happening a lot. And then we'll talk about that in a minute. And it is not real. You're just creating it like fanfic, but you're not saying that it is, you're not disclosing. So it's misleading, and that's gonna, that is deep fake, that's all the stuff. Synthetic news reports. So fake news reports. Now, don't get this confused with the comedy news reports, because comedy news reports work as long as you're not, as long as people know they're in part of the joke, right? Or content farms we talked about that use AI to churn out clickbait in mass, offering little originality or value to the viewers. You'll see these videos that say there's like a picture of someone and it's just a crazy picture of someone that like a celebrity, and you're like, oh my God, they look like that. Or it says like, this person did this crazy thing. And then you click on it if you do, and it's literally not talking about that at all. And it's or it is talking about it, but it's making up a story. The story did not happen. And that's getting worse and worse. So basically, YouTube is cracking down on videos that lack human touch and or that misled viewers, because viewers are the most important. We are the most important to YouTube, and our viewers are the most important to us. Such inauthentic videos have technically been against monetization rules for years. This is where it gets interesting. It's always been this way technically. They're often flagged as spam and pulled down pretty quickly. But here's why all you've been hearing about this in the news the last few days. It's because all of a sudden there's been an explosion of generative AI, and it has made YouTube want to sharpen its definition and crack down on its enforcement. So I personally, again, this is my opinion, I like it so far. I know that people are scared, they're worried, they've built up channels and they're on the gray area and they're worried. And I hope that they get clarity that they deserve. I just feel like I'm not going to be doing AI slop, so I hope that it doesn't affect me. But it also sounds like it's not clear enough. So YouTube has to do a better job of explaining it. YouTube's CEO has tried to, Neil Mohan. He was impersonated in an AI deepfake scam video. So he has a lot of incentive to make people understand what is okay and what is not, and to crack down on what is not. So we wouldn't want that for ourselves, right? You wouldn't want to wake up one day and there's just a deep fake video of you saying things that look really real, but it's against everything you believe, or it just simply wasn't made by you. It simply wasn't sanctioned by you, and you just don't want it up. This is happening to people over and over and over again. It's used to scam people and hurt people and damage people, and it's not right. So disclosure is another big part of the crackdown, because some things are in the gray area and they're okay. If you've ever uploaded a YouTube video, you see you go through different steps and you have to say yes to this and no to that. It's for kids, it's for not. The disclosure, letting people know, letting YouTube know so that they can let us know, is really important with your AI content, especially if you use AI to imitate someone's likeness or their voice or alter a scene in a believable way. So there is a new tool in YouTube Studio for this purpose. So if your video includes a synthetic person, a fake voice, or a fake event that could fool and mislead viewers, you have to check this box, this disclosure box. Hey, just putting it out on the table. This includes AI that may make you think something else happened. I'm just kidding, or this, that, and the other. You have to say it. So just be transparent. Let your audience know when you use AI, if it is going to confuse them, or if it is something, just err on the side of caution, essentially. YouTube is not banning using AI. I'm going to say that again. YouTube is not banning AI on its platform like some people are saying. But if your content is just cheap AI spam, or you're deceiving people, you can expect to have your money taken away if you are monetized. Hey, your ability to make money on YouTube will be taken away, or even worse, within the confines of their abilities. Now, at the same time, I said at the top of the video, it's confusing even more so because YouTube has also started rolling out these AI features that are super helpful. They have them front and center when you sign into your YouTube Studio metrics. So you have to believe that they want you to use it, but it is kind of like, what do you want me to use AI? Do you not want it? And I want to say that I want you to try to embrace, especially what YouTube gives you, because if you use what YouTube gives you, it's almost like they're just giving you the guide and they're saying, okay, this is okay. If you're wondering, use these, right? So they have different tools. The first one that I started recognizing was the one where it kind of gives you recommendations of what to talk about. It gives you recommendations of your hook, your title, your concept, the script, and it's all in that YouTube studio, which is really, really interesting. And I think it does a really good job. I guess it depends on how much footage you already have and how many videos you've uploaded. So how well it knows you, I think, is the most important thing. But I think it is interesting. It's called the inspiration tab, and it lets you brainstorm video ideas. And I do that a ton on ChatGPT. It's something I'm going to show you in a moment, but it helps you do that and even gives you thumbnail concepts if you're having trouble thinking about what this thumbnail should be. Because as we know, and I'll repeat it if you don't know it, you can have the best video in the world. You could have spent weeks putting it together. But if you can't get somebody to click on it because you don't have a compelling thumbnail and or title, then it will go unseen for the most part, or it will be seen, but instantly the impressions that YouTube gives it will actually go lower because if people click on it, if they find their way to it and they don't click on it, then it's a problem. But if they find their way to it, they do click on it, but you can't keep their attention or give them a great hook, that's a problem too. So I teach all about that in my YouTube course. I have an in-person workshop in Los Angeles that is really awesome. And I also have a private client studio called YouTube Studio. You can check it all out here at stan.store/Arlan. I help you with all of that. Now, let me tell you a few more things that YouTube is rolling out, and I'm going to show you something on my screen to show you what you can use on your own. Some of it is free to use for a few times a day, and then you have to wait. And then some of it you can just pay 20 bucks or whatever per month, even for just 1 month, and you could try it out and see how much it helps you. So here's the thing. I think one of the things that has been so confusing with this whole AI issue with YouTube is that YouTube is using VO3, Google's short video AI thingy. It's using that for some of its users can use VO3 to create like 6 second or 10 second or whatever short videos. So I guess the idea there is that you're going to spend some time prompting it. You're going to only upload what is valuable or interesting or impressive, and you're not going to do like 1,000 spams, hopefully. And maybe they even block you. I haven't tried it, so I don't want to act like I know, but maybe they even block you from posting too many per day. So you might soon start to be able to create a short with just a prompt and some editing, which you can do now on your own with VO3, but you might be one of the lucky people who gets to use that on YouTube. And it can open up a lot of creative possibilities, especially if you don't have a lot of resources to make these incredible videos. But you know, keep an eye on what YouTube is offering versus the other, because it's a safer bet if YouTube offered it to you. Let me know in the comments if this is interesting to you. I know that a lot of people who watch my videos, and you may have just joined me today for the first time, or this may be your 50th video, but I know that you like the intersection of AI and YouTube. I've surveyed you in the hundreds, and I know that that is something that's interesting to you. So I thought we talk about something that's actually happening right this moment. Another thing that YouTube is helping with is dubbing and translation. They want people all over the world to be able to see your videos. So they're helping you dub in different languages, spoken word, and translate with your closed captions. And over 20 million videos so far have been use this auto dubbing feature already, which months ago you would have had to pay a ton of money to get this done, or even not even thought about having it done because it just seems so crazy to be able to be in however many languages. But imagine you have the same video in Spanish and you have it in German and you have it in Chinese, etc. So many more people can discover you. And we're so much more alike than we are different. So having different people be able to really follow along is pretty awesome. Now, YouTube has always impressed me with their analytics tools, their metadata tools, all the things that they can do for you to help you with trends and all your analytics and everything. So go into your YouTube lab. If you have a channel, you've already put up even one video at all, you can go into my videos or your videos, top left-hand corner, pull down menu if you're on desktop, and you can look into your analytics. You can also look on mobile, but you get more on desktop. So I would take a look at all of those. And if you're taking YouTube seriously, those are going to be like gold for you. And you're going to nerd out with me, right? So why do you think, I want you to let me know in the comments why you think YouTube is seemingly taking both sides of this. Why is it talking out of two sides of his mouth, kind of, right? Um, the truth is there's no real contradiction if you understand truly what YouTube has as its main goal. YouTube wants creators to, this is important, YouTube wants creators to leverage AI as a tool, but it doesn't want its users to shortcut to spam. That is really the bottom line when it comes to this controversy. Now, stick around because I'm going to show you a couple of tools that you can use starting right now to help you with YouTube. So you don't want to have empty content, you want to have enhanced content. Think, is what I'm putting up empty and anybody could do it? It's a commodity, or is it unique and special and only made better because of AI if I'm using AI? YouTube explicitly says that AI generated videos can earn ad revenue as long as the content is original, adds human value, and follows the rules like disclosures. The policy update even got a title change because it was confusing. What used to be called reused and repetitious content is now labeled as inauthentic content to make it very, very clear. So you want to be transparent and you want to be creative. You want to be a creative person. Now, I'm going to say something that's kind of obvious, is if you don't want to tread into this and get like really in the weeds and wonder if you're messing up, just don't use generative AI. Like when it comes to like your videos and your voice, don't use anything fake. I think if you really want to try to stay compliant and you really want to stay safe, it is the safer route. Use AI for your concepts and for clarity and for productivity when it comes to YouTube, but don't necessarily, at least right in this moment, use it to make a ton of AI. I know some people think like, oh, if I use AI, I can have a faceless channel and it'll be so easy. And yeah, but really, what is that faceless channel going to get you? Maybe it'll get you a lot of views so you can monetize that with AdSense, but that's a lot of maybes. You know, a lot of things have to go right for that to happen. I think what's more likely to happen is you jump on a Zoom like I'm doing, or you go live, or you make a nice video with a nice camera, and you help your audience. And then when you help your audience, eventually you let them know that you have something to offer them that will give them even more help. And that's really it. That's like the secret sauce to everything that I've done for sure in the last couple of years with YouTube, and especially the last 1 year. I'm going to show you how you can optimize what you're doing with YouTube. There are four. I said three earlier, but I was going to do a bonus, but I just went ahead and did it. So four. And what you're going to do is stick around here. I'm going to just show you a couple things, okay? And you could take this and run with it. ChatGPT. You know ChatGPT. You've heard of it. Have you used it yet? If you haven't used ChatGPT yet, let me know in the comments because I want to know you. I want to know that person who hasn't used it because there are millions who haven't used it yet. But jump on that now. Don't be afraid of it. I know there's a lot of things that, people have opinions about ChatGPT and things like it, but don't let it pass you by. I say if you want to, have an opinion about politics, vote. and then have an opinion. If you want to do this, this, and that, do the thing and then have an opinion. So rather than saying you don't like it, but you've never tried it, try it to see if you like it. If you don't, all good. So ChatGPT, I use ChatGPT in so many different ways. I use it when it comes to YouTube. I use it every day for all kinds of stuff, but with YouTube, I'll use it for let's see. So show me 10 YouTube titles with cognitive dissonance about my video for my video about YouTube's new AI rules. Just being a little meta with you right now. Let's just see what it does. Okay, here it is. They create tension and contradiction, which is what cognitive dissonance does if you weren't sure. And then here we are. YouTube says don't use AI, then gives you AI tools. That's crazy, man. Banned or boosted. YouTube's AI update does both. YouTube punishes AI creators, but rewards them too. So it's done a lot of this or that. And it's mostly because it knows that I was doing this video, so it has a little bit of information there. YouTube warns us about AI, then gives us an AI tab. It's crazy. I don't know if I'll use one of these. You might see one of these as the title or use to help me create the thumbnail, which I'm going to show you in a second. The most incredible thumbnail tool I have ever used. If you're having any trouble creating your thumbnails or you want your thumbnails to be out of this world, stick around with me. I use this for so many things. In fact, I have this prompt shop. I'm not trying to sell you this, but I'm going to show you something that you get. Okay, so my prompt shop is awesome. It's what it sounds like. You go in there and it's like a vending machine for prompts, for AI prompts. So you go into the shop, and then I might change this to say something like YouTube and what it's for rather than the platform. But let's just look here. Let's just see if we can find one. Podcast interview question set. So if you're deciding to do a YouTube interview or a YouTube podcast, I would get this for $4. It's crazy. You get all these interview questions that you'll be able to use over and over again. And it still seems fresh. There's so many of these. I'm trying to find. Okay, so some of them are for thumbnails because you can use the AI thumbnail creator and plug in my prompts to get something that looks similar to this with you in it. And then I do that for a few of these and I add to it almost well, definitely every week I add to these prompts. So here's plan your faceless YouTube channel. If you want to have a YouTube channel for $4, I'll plan it for you with an AI prompt. And then let's see other ones. A lot of them are the thumbnails. You can do your lucrative business flywheel. Anyway, so I'm showing you this, right? Da, 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 da. But what's really cool is you've seen this stand above me, right? I'm going to go to stand store. Check this out. So if you go to my stand store and you go into the classroom, we're doing a sale right now. So this price might not be what you see when you see this video because it's like a 12-hour like thing sale. First of all, this thumbnail was made by the thumbnail creator I'm going to show you. Isn't it fire? This is going to be the thumbnail I probably will use for this video. If I used this thumbnail for this video, or if you see it, even if I do ABC testing, tell me in the comments. I've seen this part of your video. I did see this as your thumbnail. Or tell me if you didn't see it, because I think that's kind of cool. It's like I get to talk to myself from the future. Okay. Right here is what I was trying to show you. This is the point. You get when you buy the revenue course, which is not normally this low of a price, it's on sale for a few hours. But when you get it at any price, you get $100 credits in my prompt shop. And I just showed you a few of the prompts and I add to it every week. So like you can have your entire business plan figured out within minutes by doing this. It's so sick. In addition to the YouTube training that you get, it's just so cool. Okay, so that's that. Lovable. Lovable is an AI agent. And what Lovable does is just like Replit. Lovable lets you create websites. A lot of people started using Replit and Lovable, especially some of my viewers who saw me using it. But these are kind of the same type of thing, but they have different styles. So let's see, what could we do? Let's say create a YouTube YouTube, create a landing page for my YouTube channel that has placeholders for my niche, and recommends some of my videos linking to them. I will provide URLs soon. Make it, and then you put it whatever. I'm just making this. I had no idea I was going to do this. I'm just making this up right now, but you can see if you have a YouTube channel, this is some way you could turn your channel into an offer or create an offer around your channel or create a freebie, a lead magnet, something, or create something for yourself to use that no one else sees, but you use it. I've done all of these. Like I have, look at all these that I've made. I've made all of these and then more just on Lovable alone. Like, look, transform your YouTube channel into a revenue machine. That's a secret one I have going. Okay, so make it black and purple gradient with yellow highlights. So I'm just adding a little bit of design requests. This is such a simple prompt. My prompts can be like incredibly long and sophisticated and intricate. This is just what you can do. You can just talk to it. So I'm going to copy that because what I'm going to do too is come over here and do the same thing and just paste it in. So I'm going to start this one. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to start this one. And both of these, you can do a few back and forth in the prompts for free. And then you have to pay. And again, it's like 20 bucks a month. You have to pay to have the actual websites, made. So I know there are people who will have a hard time paying for it, but there are also a lot of people watching right now who will not have a hard time paying $20 for this. And you need to let this be like a excuseless situation because this is incredible. That we are getting so used to this stuff so quickly. Let me know if you agree with that. Like we're getting so used to this stuff so quickly. We're like, yeah, it's fine. No, I just gave like 2 sentences to this thing and to this thing, and it's already creating stuff. So this one I think I may have to like say yes to. Look at this. This is incredible. Starting to make stuff happen. While we're waiting on these two, I'm going to just go even crazier. I'm going to go over here to Pixels. This is the thumbnail generator that I was talking about. This is my favorite thumbnail generator that I've ever used in the 20 years or 17 years I've used YouTube. But only in the last couple of years have I even known what a thumbnail is, to be honest with you. But it's my favorite, favorite, favorite. So let's say I wanted to have a thumbnail that talked about this. So um, it's a YouTube Ninja Hub. That's interesting. Or Glow Hub. I liked how they just named this. So let's just say this. So I've already made my persona. So I'm going to say Arlan. So you would make your persona by clicking personas over here. You'd have to pay for it, this part, but you can do a few things for free first. You would upload 10 to 20 photographs of yourself and give it about 15 minutes or 10 minutes, and it'll create a whole persona when I show you what it does. Arlan is a ninja who is glowing. I don't know what that's going to look like, but the thumbnail says YouTube. No, the thumbnail says glow with pride. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. I'm gonna click generate. So now I've got 3 generating things going. I'm not even on Wi-Fi. I'm using like my phone's tether because I'm traveling, and I got all these stuff going. Now this is an incredible foundation. So it says approve, plan, and start. So I'm gonna approve it. It's gonna do even more. Look at this. This is on Replit. It's an AI agent, and I just gave it 2 sentences. So it's like, welcome to your niche content. Like you can go back and just take screenshots of this and say, change this name to this, creating amazing your niche, blah, 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 right? Just put your niche in there. Join our community of da 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 da, and it's giving you some fake numbers as placeholders. So you can see what it looks like. And then look at this featured video. So you're going to put that video and your other video and your other video. If you have a YouTube channel, what could you do with something like this? Or something like what you make up? So that's what Replit did. Let's look at Lovable. Lovable is working. And for it to be here, let's see what it's saying. Let's see. Do I need to? Let me give it a second. It's still doing this. Let me go back over to pixels at 64%. I'm going to be a ninja who's glowing. Look at that. Look at what I wrote. Arlan is a ninja who is glowing. The thumbnail says glow with pride. That's what it came up. Look at my face. Look at my arms. It gives me the little indentions here. It gives my little cool clothes. Now, what it sometimes does, and this is what a lot of generative AI messes up, is the hands. It just doesn't understand hands. Look, it took some of my fingers away. I could just do like redo and it'll do another version of it. Let's see what happens. Let's go back here to Replit. So Replit, yep, this is what it has for you. It's still creating, or it's created. Okay, cool. So and now it has like, you could like integrate some email stuff if you wanted. It's just cool. I could say like, great, make it more modern. Oh, it's still working. Modern and sleek. Black background with purple gradient font. Let's just see what happens after it does this considering options because it's still working. We only gave it a couple minutes. So let's go to Lovable. Something is happening there. I'm going to refresh it. I'm not sure what is happening. I might have missed something on the screen because I'm sharing the screen. Boom, that's Lovable. Channel name, play button, subscribe now, watch latest video about this channel. I gave it very few prompts. I could say, make it look like a game. I don't know what that means. I don't know what it's going to think it means, but it's going to do something. So I haven't done this one yet because it looks like it's still working, but let me just go ahead and just do it and see what happens. So that's the other one I gave him. Go back here. Yeah, okay. Crazy. Let me do one that's a little bit more, see, Arlan is teaching about YouTube. She is holding an AI globe that is glowing. I like glowing for some reason. It says, and I'll say, thumbnail says AI equals life. Let's just see what it says. Just showing you what you could do. So you go to Pixels, Pixels. You go into Pixels, you prompt it, you decide, hey, I'm going to do just a couple of these. I'm going to be really intentional. I'm going to see what I can get because I'm not going to pay for it. Or you say, I'm going to spend 20 bucks, get a few of these. I can make a few dozen of these and have some fun with it. You're going to make that decision. You're going to choose between Replit and Lovable. Lovable is always to me like a cooler design. Like I said, make it like a game. So it made it like, look at it when you touch it. Crazy. This is just the first couple of prompts. Imagine if I spent 2 more hours on this and got it just exactly how I wanted it. Added my own stuff to it. You now can do it. Now, of course, there's a lot more you can do with this. You can have your own URL, you can publish it, you can have a backend with Supabase. These are all very intricate things that I teach inside of my memberships. If you go to stan.store/Arlan, you can see my different memberships and different offerings, and you can learn more if you want to have a deeper dive, and it's very, very accessible. So we're at 64% there. Let's see if this did anything. Yeah, it did the black background that I asked because before it thought it was purple background. So it did it. And it's just doing what I want. And these are simple ones. I've done even more crazy ones. Let's go back to pixels. Look at that. AI is life. I'm holding a globe. Doesn't really say AI, but I didn't tell it to. You see what I'm saying? It can do, not only can it just take your prompt, but it can recreate a YouTube thumbnail or it can face swap. Let's see if there's any. Let's see if I have any more I can show you. There's some face swaps that are incredible. I don't know why it does this sometimes, but some of these face swaps are ridiculous. Yeah, you've seen this. I just put this up a few days ago. I did it through there. It was yeah, I haven't done this one yet because I was too skinny here and it didn't look realistic to me. Um, see if there's more. Yeah, real simple. Let's see if there's another one I can show you. Yeah, I've used these. I made a ton of these. Look at that. Look at that. Sometimes the text doesn't work, so you're gonna have to just push this button and say redo, and then it gives you more, and it gives you more, and it gives you more. I want to find one where it doesn't look like me. Those are so funny to me. Stay delusional. I've used that one recently. Let's go back to lovable. Look at that. I said make it look like a game. Look at this. It's like an old school game. Holy crap. That is too cool. And just use these placeholders here, those could be yours. That's amazing. Look how cool that looks. This one's over here being more sophisticated, but I like Replit. The reason I like Replit sometimes is that it does really complex things that I need if I needed to do more that Lovable doesn't always get right. So let me show what I mean by that. Can I show you? No. I mean, some of them are, when they name it on their own, I don't know which ones they're talking. Look how many I've done. No. Like there's just so many. Let me see if that thumbnail wizard is something. Oh, it's loading. Let's see, let it load for a little bit. Go back to there. And then pixels. Yeah. It's just imagine what you can do with this when your own persona is uploaded. Like you instead of like having, I don't know, just like waiting for days or having to tell someone what you think. Look at this. You like my hair in this one? I like this one a lot. I don't think it converted well, but I do like it. I think it looks really cool. Big, no face, big channel. That's all about faceless stuff. All right, I'm being weird now. I'm being kind of nerdy, but that's what I was looking for. Now, tell me, like, Chad Arlan doesn't look great. Look at my hair. I'm here for it. I can't tell you how here for it I am. Look at Chad. My little stubble, my little mustache, my hair slicked back, all cool. And that's because what I did was the recreate, and I put a thumbnail that already exists somewhere on YouTube that did well, and it was of a guy, but I used my persona, so sometimes Pixels doesn't know not to do that. Here's another version of it. Yeah. There's one where I just look, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead. This is my channel. I can do what I want. I'm just going to go ahead and show you. I'm gonna show you the one. So I've used this before. I used this. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Come on. But there's one where I have long hair. No, that's Diane. Oh, wrong place. There's one where I have long hair. Hey, Diane. Okay, there's one where I have long hair. Oh, look at that. Hey, I think that's Mr. Beast. And for some reason, it just made me look like that, which I think is lovely. I look like look at my tattoo. Hey, okay, come on. Come on. You can't tell me you don't love this. This is me, and this is also me. This is me drinking the YouTube juice, drinking not the Kool-Aid. I think that's kind of weird, but again, there's that one. That's me back there. That's me right there too. And that's somebody with a small neck looking the other way. But I bet you, but their hand is faced this way. I think that the three people who are still here, y'all are my people. If you're still here and you see this picture, I want you to say pickle. Say, type the word pickle in the comments if you're still here and you see this photograph. And you are my people, okay? So we have some information. We know what we're doing. We know how to kind of stay in the lane. We know what to use. I showed you 4 AI tools. There are hundreds, hundreds for YouTube. Okay? Hope that helped.